Okay. In plant water relation, as I was talking about it, so far we have seen the osmotic potential or solute potential, Turgor pressure, metric potential, and chemical potential. And the last one we are going to discuss over here is water potential, and it can be denoted in this formula. Okay. Now water potential. The term itself clearly says the potentiality of the water determines the plant water relationship. So usually when we talk about the plant water relationship, it is the temperature and the pressure matters in the water potential. So whenever the temperature and pressure determines the water potential, the difference between the chemical potential of water molecules in solution and water at same temperature and pressure. Okay, usually this, when the chemical potential is there in the water, that determines the water potential. Usually when the water potential is lower in a plant cell, it will has a greater ability to absorb the water from the soil. So whenever the water potential is less in a plant cell, that leads to the absorption of water from the soil and through the root hairs that is present in the root apex. So this is about the water potential. So we have completed the potentialities of the plant water relation. Now if all this is, while all this is happening, there is one more important functioning which is happening in the plant water potential is diffusion pressure deficit. In short, you can call it as DPD, diffusion pressure deficit. And this is very important point of view when we talk about the transport in plants. The diffusion pressure deficit. How does this diffusion pressure deficit is developed? Usually this diffusion pressure deficit is developed in the pressure which is developed while during the diffusion of a solution, when this solution has present in the pure solvent at particular temperature and pressure. We called it as the diffusion pressure deficit. I once again repeat that diffusion pressure deficit is very important. How does this DPD is formed? So for creating this DPD, it has to have a pressure in the solution. So when we talk pressure in the solution, here the pure solvent is water. So this pure solvent of water, the pure solvent water temperature and pressure determines the DPD. So this DPD determines direction of the net movement of water. How much of amount of water has to be reached to the plant, it has to be determined only by DPD. Remember one thing, the that net movement of water determines the DPD. So this DPD determines net movement of water. This DPD is also called suction pressure. Suction pressure, you must be knowing that suction, it is absorption. So suction is giving a force and absorbing in it. So this DPD is also called it as suction pressure. So this, all the things which we have discussing about the plant water relationship is associated with that. So 5 things which comes under the plant water relation is, first one is, as I've told you, osmotic potential, that is very important. Next is Turgor pressure, thus again is equally important to the osmotic potential for the absorption of water. And third one is metric potential. Even though it is there, it is not significantly important. And fourth one is chemical potential. This chemical potential, I have already told you about it. The amount of chemical present in the solution determines the chemical potential. And fifth one is water potential. This is again very significantly important, because this water potential determines how much of amount has to be absorbed by the plant. So for all this water potential, the main important course here we are going to talk about here is diffusion pressure deficit. So this diffusion pressure deficit determines the net movement of water in plants. So all this is related to the plant water relation. Next, in transport of plant, we move on to ascent of sap. Ascent of sap, you must be aware of that ascent of sap. Ascent of sap is nothing but translocation of water. Water has to translocate from one cell to another cell. That is the ascent of sap. So how does this translocation is happening? So for this translocation of water, there should be some movements, right? So usually the ascent of sap starts from the upward movement. So upward movement of this sap from roots to the aerial parts of a plant is known as ascent of sap. So usually from the roots, the water will be absorbed. From the root, it has to go to the aerial part of the plant. This translocation of water from roots to the aerial part of water is called the ascent of sap. So to prove this ascent of sap, there are a lot of theories has been proposed. In that, the first theory which is proposed is vital force theory. Vital, it's the organ of the theory. So this theory is proposed by Sir J.C. Bose in 1923. Sir J.C. Bose in 1923 proposes the vital force theory. Vital means organ. So organ which is necessary for the force theory. So his theory says about is usually the upward translocation of water takes place due to pulsatory activity. So what he is telling is, so that upward movement of water from roots to the aerial parts is usually carried by pulsatory activity. So pulsatory activity, though the pulsation, so it has to be done, it can be done only by the living cells. So in plant, the living cells is cortical cells. These cortical cells are present just outside the endodermis. So what he has said is, the vital force theory, the movement of water, that is the absorption of upward movement of water takes place by the pulsatory activity by cortical cells, which is present just outside the endodermis. So via that, the water is absorbed and it is translocated to the cell to cell. So from the one cell to another cell, it will also carry the water to the xylem. Xylem is that it is the secondary plant growth, which is when the plant has to go for the secondary growth, the xylem and phloem is very important. So the first and primary cause of the from roots to aerial parts, the water will be absorbed from that and it will take it to the xylem and it pump it to the xylem. That's how the xylem is getting developed. That's exactly he tries to explain in the vital force theory. Next comes the second theory, that is root pressure theory. Here in vital force theory, why he has used vital forces? Because of pulsating activity of the living cortical cells. So pulsatory activity of the living cortical cells, he has talked about the vital force theory. In root pressure theory, it is proposed by Priestley in 1916. Root pressure, it means he concentrate on the pressure which is developed in the root. So here root pressure theory is positive hydrostatic pressure developed in xylem due to the metabolic activities of roots. So what he tries to explain in root pressure theory is, he says that when the root has a metabolic activities, that metabolic activities of the roots classifies the pressure in the root that makes the water to absorb from the root to the aerial parts. And he has also said that this root pressure theory is maximum during the rainy season, especially in the tropical countries. Usually in the tropical countries during rainy season, he says that root pressure theory is high. Okay. Next is the root pressure is developed when rate of water absorption is more and that of transpiration is less. So what he says is the root pressure is usually developed when the water absorption in root is more and transpiration is less. Transpiration is less whenever there is a transpiration in plant is less, that leads to the water absorption because of root pressure theory. So this is about the root pressure theory. And the third theory which has been proposed in ascent of sap is cohesion, tension and transpiration pull theory. You know that cohesion that means it is attraction. Cohesion means attraction. So in this theory, they have concentrated on the 3 points. The first one is adhesion, and the second one is cohesion. Third one is transpiration pull. So the first one he has concentrated on the adhesion. The word adhesion, it means it has to be adhere. That means it has to be get attached. So in adhesion, the water molecules will get attached to the roots. That's exactly it says in the adhesion. The cohesion is, it means I have already told you, cohesion means attraction. So here the root is getting attracted towards the water molecule. So that leads to the cohesion. The third one is transpiration pull. So transpiration pull is nothing but it causes the mesophile cells to lose water. I think I have already told you about mesophile lose water in, where do I talked about it? In absorption. Plant water absorption, I think I have told you about that. Whenever the passive absorption, especially I was talking about the mechanism of absorption. In passive absorption, the mesophile cells lose water so that the turgor pressure decreases and DPD increases. So that leads to the adjacent cells to attract the water, and in that adjacent cells again the turgor pressure decreases, DPD will be increases. I have told you about it in the water absorption mechanism, especially in the passive absorption. Based on that, the water is transmitted from one cell to another. That we talked about in the transpiration pull theory. So again, to summarize this ascent of sap, I will again repeat it. Ascent of sap is nothing but translocation of water. That means water has to translocate from one cell to another. So to clearly explain about this ascent of sap, there are 3 theories are proposed on that. First theory is vital force theory. It is proposed by J.C. Bose in 1923. The word vital force, it's nothing but vital. When we say vital, it is organ. So here the organ which is, they say organ which is associated with this theory is living cortical cells, because this living cortical cell has the pulsating activity. This pulsating activity made the water to get absorbed in the vital force theory. And next one is the root pressure theory, which has been proposed by Priestley in 1960. He has concentrated in the pressure which is developed in the root. What he has said is, so usually the root will have a pressure. That pressure made the water to absorb. That's exactly, it has been explained in the root pressure theory. And the third one is cohesion, tension, and transpiration pull theory. In this cohesion, tension, and transpiration pull theory, the 3 points has to be remembered. The first point is adhesion, second point is cohesion, third point is transpiration pull theory. So in adhesion, that term, it means adhere, that so that the water molecules adhere, attached to the roots. So that is one thing. And cohesion means it is nothing but it's a attraction. Cohesion is nothing but attraction. So via the attraction, the water molecule gets attracted towards the root. So that is second one. And third one is transpiration pull. So in transpiration pull, the mesophile cells, the mesophile cells which is present in plant loses water. So when the mesophile cells when loses its water, turgor pressure will be decreasing, and deep is diffusion pressure deficit will be increasing. That made the water to get absorbed from the roots to the aerial parts. So this is about the ascent of sap. This is talks about the ascent of sap. Next we move on to the physical forces which takes parts in the ascent of sap.